YouTube. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Danganronpa Defiance Chapter 3. We are back, finally. I am so glad that we can cover this again because the chapter just finished like 2 or 3 days ago. So I was like, oh my god, I need to check this out. It was like right when I was still doing Inanimate Rampa. So I was like, okay, once I finish Inanimate Rampa, we'll jump back into it, right? Because I was stuck on Inanimate Rampa for a while. So we're done with that one. So we can move back on to Danganronpa Defiance finally because I really love this one. So if you guys need a little bit of a refresher from the last episode, because it's been a while, Fuyuhiko was the one that ended up being the victim in the last episode. Sadly, Fuyuhiko is one of my favorite Danganronpa characters in the whole entire series, so it was a sad episode. And we also saw that Nekomaru is sick. He was in a hospital bed for some reason. So I guess we're going to find out how that correlates with Fuyuhiko's death. I don't know what's going on there. We're all going to find out how that unfolds today. So I'm happy. Let's do this. Before we jump into this episode, though, please follow this Fangan on Instagram. The link will be in the description down below. Click on that link and follow it. It is so good. You guys have to follow it. Like, I'm forcing you guys at this point. Like, you gotta click on that link because Kit is amazing. I love them as a creator, and everyone who works on this, it's just fantastic. The art is great. The writing is great. It's a good Fangan. And while you guys are doing all that, hit that like button for me. Helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, of course. I would really appreciate it. You guys have been supporting me like all the time recently, so I'm glad I can do these readings for you guys. So let's jump back into it. Chapter 3, Truth Like Death Comes for Everyone. Let's do it. Danganronpa Defiance. She stands shell-shocked at my side, staring blankly down at him. Number 6. Okichi, it's never gonna end, is it? This is all there is till the end of time, isn't it? 10 will remain after this, 9 excluding our guest. Last time we dropped to single digits, it was Tenko's loss and Korikyo's cruelty that put us there. But we would have taken that loss anyways. Myself and Peko, or Fuyuhiko and whoever, whatever. One by one, they all come to bear witness. I know Monokuma's coming. I glue myself to the wall behind them all. What? Oh my god! Look at his face! What happened to him? The door opened so fast behind Chihiro, it almost smacked into them. Oh no! Somehow, before I even see her face, I know it's Peko rushing into the room. Oh, I forgot Peko's in this! Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm here. Where? A shocked gasp. Her eyes zero in on him. Pupils pulled back to pencil tips. She takes a step back. Everyone is here to watch her porcelain crack. Oh, I'm sorry, Peko. Peko. The realization washes over her like molasses. She walks, dragging her feet over to his side. Her knees buckle, and she stares down at his face. Don't do this to me. You begged me not to leave you, and I didn't. I went down for you. I came back for you. Everything I've ever done, all for you. And now, I don't understand. I don't understand. She trails off, knelt beside him, caressing his face, searching for something, anything like life in his glassy, half-open eyes. Sayaka, stunned, steps forward to set a hand on Peko's shoulder. Peko doesn't react at all. And then, a few feet beyond the three of them. Hey, weren't you guys planning on killing the other cheese grater voice 5'1" brat? Oh, you're talking about Kokichi, right? Yeah, you're very funny, Monokuma. You're not that funny. I find myself subconsciously fixing my posture when Monokuma appears. You wish. Bet you wish it too, don't ya? Anyway, gee, someone really did a number on that guy. Here's your Monokuma files. Holler if you need me. And remember, I'm always watching. Hey, wait! But he's long gone. What is it, Cookie? Nekomaru was hooked up to some kind of, I don't know, something in the nurse's office. Whoever put him on it, if you were just trying to stop the motive. Oh. What the heck? Akane and Mukuro are here now? Why is everyone staring at me like I've grown horns? You're wearing a dead man's jacket. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even notice it. Oh my god. I'm wearing a dead man's jacket. Wait, Nekomaru, what did you say? What? I don't know. Come on, we can look together. Maybe someone should stay with Peko. Someone else. Sayaka kneels next to Peko and nods up at Mahiru. Doesn't look like either of them are going anywhere anytime soon. The rest of us rush down the hall. I speed back to my room to drop off Mondo's jacket, cursing myself. I'm smarter than this. Nekomaru! The scene replays. Akane beelines over to Nekomaru in search of a pulse, but when she finds it, she just seems confused. What happened to him? Listen, I'm a forgiving guy, all right? I'm not gonna be so forgiving if someone dies when he didn't need to. Who put him on this? Can I take him off of it? It says it's called monocaine. Does anyone know anything about that? Oh, monocaine. He's about to be jacked. He's about to be ripped. He's about to come out there like a beast, like the Incredible Hulk. Oh, I can tell you about that. Of course, Monokuma can. Monocaine is Monokuma's special, ultra-powerful brand of sedative. Not only does it put you under, it keeps you under for a long time. Oh my god, really? Folks under monocaine report feeling a pressure greater than the full weight of the ocean, keeping them from waking up for hours after treatment. Didn't Nekomaru die in chapter 3 of SDR2? That's crazy. He loves missing trials, huh? Of course, this is not to be confused with monocaine used in nerve block procedures. The names are confusing, I know. I want to kill the guy in the research department who decided not to Google the name first before he used it. You hear that, Keith? Yeah, Keith. Off. You suck, Keith. Jeez, Kokichi, you seem tired. Did you even sleep? Or did the outside of my door keep you entertained all night? Ooh? Sakura takes a few steps forward, putting herself between Monokuma and I. Can we take him off of it or not? I suppose it'd be pretty boring if he just stayed like this forever, so fine. I'll tell you. Yes, you can take him off, but he won't be awake in time for the trial. He sure does love to sit out in these third trials. Yeah, that's what I said. He sure does love to sit out in these third trials, right? She knows what I'm talking about. Get lost, Monokuma. I'm going. Jeez, God. Monokuma leaves. The more I think about it, the more I start to realize this place is a crime scene just as much as the other room. Were you really out there all night? Were you wearing that jacket all night? Let's get Nekomaru off that machine and start investigating in here. We'll go back to Sayaka and Peko later. I take the mask off of him. Sakura watches it go, watches Nekomaru's face. He is disturbingly still. His only movement, a subtle rise and fall of his chest. Something tells me this is going to be a rough trial. Oh, this is going to be a bad one, man. I can tell too. I'm with Kokichi on that. Investigation time, though. Why would someone put him on a sedative? If they wanted to kill him, surely they would have chosen some kind of poison. Well, none of us really knew if that monocaine stuff was poison or not, right? What if someone wanted to kill him and just assumed? Not to mention, how? How would they be able to do this? Nekomaru's a big guy. I can't think of anyone who could beat him in a fight. Maybe Akane? I think that's the only person I could think of. Oh, yo, check this out. Might have answered my own question. Mukuro possibly could too. At her feet is a scalpel. The edge of the small blade is covered in pink. A scalpel? Bloody scalpel in the nurse's office? Nekomaru put under anesthesia? Akane beats me to my first instinct and tears the thin blanket off of Nekomaru's upper half. She hikes his shirt up, but the only thing of note we find. That's a heart surgery scar. The scar is old, a thick, short line of paler skin running right beneath his right pectoral. Sakura approaches the bed slowly, taking a deep breath. Heart surgery? What are you saying? It's old. He must have had this operation when he was a child. It looks like it went well, but sometimes these things are only temporary fixes. You know about this stuff? A little. I had a friend. Is that why his heartbeat is so weird right now? Like it's skipping. Can we do something? It may have been like that his whole life, or whatever's in that sedative Monokuma made may be affecting his rhythm. I don't know. He never told me. Why wouldn't he tell me? She looks down at Nekomaru, gripping his hand as though she's willing him to wake up. This puts everything in a new context. The absences, the exhaustion, the immediacy with which he volunteered. Something's been going on with his heart. Have I not been paying attention? Nekomaru's condition added to the truth bullets. I'm gonna go see about Peko and Sayaka. You want me to come with? No, it's... Sakura trails off, but Mukuro seems to understand where she was going anyways. Alright, I'll see you at the trial. She leaves. I play the moment back in my head. She had a friend? This case might be hard on her. Anyway, I don't think the blood on that scalpel is Nekomaru's. Besides the sedative, he looks unharmed. Maybe it's Fuyuhiko's. Well, one thing I can tell you is that a flimsy, tiny little scalpel, not my weapon of choice. She kicks it across the floor. It rolls for a little bit before it stopped in front of Hifumi. He frowns, getting down to look at it better, and... Huh? Hey, Samugi, what do you think about this? She comes over and lowers her glasses to squint at the scalpel. I squint too. It looks like tiny black somethings caught in the blood. They look like fibers, little pieces of fabric from something black. You think Fuyuhiko got cut? He wears that black suit. I mean, we'd have to look at his clothes to know for sure, but this is a good catch. Thank you, Hifumi. Oh, well, just doing my part. Maybe we could go back to Fuyuhiko and see if he got cut. Good idea. You two head over and we'll stay here. Leave the scalpel. Hifumi decides to interpret that as give it to me. So they're out the door and I'm holding a bloody scalpel. Yep. I go to Nekomaru's bedside. There's a plant right next to the bed. Huh? It almost perfectly obscures a rolling chair, pushed all the way over into the corner. Interesting. Chihiro, Mukuro, do either of you remember where that chair usually goes? I don't know. I'm sorry. I do. Clear across the room. It's supposed to be in the opposite corner. So someone moved it to sit beside Nekomaru? And then they hid the chair behind a plant? She frowns, then pulls the chair over to Nekomaru's bed, sitting down. It's a chair with wheels. Maybe they're sitting right here beside Nekomaru's bed, and when someone else came in, she springs to her feet as though panicked and turns back to watch the chair roll back into the corner. They just got up in a hurry. Well, someone else was definitely in here, which means I don't think Nekomaru put himself under. No, he wouldn't do that. Her curious eyes flicker in Akane's direction. Maybe not. Rolling chair. Kokichi, genuine question. How'd you find him here? How'd you know where to look? The door was open. It's usually closed. I thought something was weird, so I checked. I don't know. Why would they leave the door out open after leaving Nekomaru like this? Did someone else walk in on them? Why would someone walk in on them if the door was closed? What reason would someone have to go in? I mean, do we think Nekomaru wanted this? What if he tried to fight back? Someone heard a commotion, came in, got chased out, and by then, Nekomaru was too far gone to take the mask off? Well, if it's Fuyuhiko who came in, it kind of creates a paradox, doesn't it? They had to kill him to keep him quiet about what he saw. But after Fuyuhiko died, there was no need to kill Nekomaru. If we assume they did it for the motive, but then, what other reason would someone have to go for Nekomaru? Everyone liked him. You said that about Kyoko too. Maybe it doesn't matter who we like in a killing game. Can we save the arguing for the trial? Oh, sorry. Why are you apologizing? I started it. Forget it. The open door has been added to the truth bullets. I don't see anything else worth noting. Mukuro, anything else out of place about this room? Not that I can tell. Well, then that's that. Let's get back to the others. We head out. I end up trailing the group with Chihiro, and they lower their voice to talk to me. You're not, your usual perky self. Gee, really? Thanks for pointing that out to me, Chihiro. I would never have even known. Was that a thing to say? They swallow and look down at their hands. Yeah, it kind of was, Kokichi. That's your friend. Well, the motive's over, so that's a positive. Now, that was a thing to say. Yeah, it was. Yeah, cheers to that. Kokichi, wait. I'm sorry. I'm scared right now. I don't want to break down, so I'm trying to distract myself. I don't mean to be insensitive. Oh, Chihiro, it's okay. We love you. It's fine. I've said worse. The conversation dies for a minute or two as we make our way to the laundry room. I'm ready to put it behind me. As soon as I start for the door, they stop walking. Catching my hand, when I turn to face them, they clutch my hand in both of theirs. Aww. Chihiro? Kokichi, you're a smart boy. If there's anybody here I trust, it's you. And whatever happens in that trial room, I'm on your side. You can count on me, okay? Aww. Before I can respond, Chihiro drops my hand and enters the laundry room. That's so adorable. What? What? What was all of that? What? How do I make any sense of that? I'm reeling. Why did they say that? It's okay he died because that means the motive that killed your people won't kill my people? By the way, I trust you more than anyone else. What? Ugh, that's not what they meant. That's not what they meant. I know. I need to check myself. I'm stressed. I'm upset. I've had no sleep. Emotions are running high and everything feels big right now. I'm not mad at Chihiro. I'm just mad. And Chihiro's here. Don't hold it against them. I take a deep breath and enter the room. Hi. That is not the face of a man who's had a successful investigation. Huh. We didn't see anything on his clothes that looked like he'd been cut. I know it was really small, but I really don't think the black fabric on the scalpel came from his clothes. It definitely came from something black. Like, not just black woven in to make it a dark color, or, I don't know, plaid or something. I mean, I can't be sure, but if I had to guess, this came from something black. Tsumugi, Nekomaru, Fuyuhiko, Peko, and myself, I suppose. But I wear such little black. I think I might be able to skirt past this suspect list. Yeah, I think you will be able to too. Or not. I was wearing Mondo's jacket when I came down the stairs today. Well, it's all right. Maybe I can spin this to my advantage. Oh, we're gonna lie. We're gonna freaking lie. Hifumi and I were just working on something together. I ran out of thread and thought, well, this would be the logical place to come, right? I think the cosplays are cursed, Tsumugi. Mukuro balks, grabs Sakura's arm, and pulls her over to whisper at her. A little too loud. I don't think anyone else was paying attention, but I hear it. That's the same darn alibi they had last time. Huh? They kind of do, don't they? But all it really means is that they hang out a lot. And we already know that. Is that suspicious? I know Mukuro doesn't like them anyways, but Mukuro's also pretty perceptive. Maybe I should keep an eye on them. Kokichi, come here, please. Oh, Peko? You find something? She leans over Fuyuhiko, lifting his arm up into the air. Wrapped around the back and side of his shoulder is a messy handprint left in blood. It's too smudged to really discern a size. I think Sakura, Nekomaru, and Hifumi are in the clear though. Oh, The way he was lying. I didn't see this until I sat next to him. Hifumi and Tsumugi didn't until they searched his clothes. I look at Peko's face. She's staring at him like he's asleep, gently scratching his scalp. Jesus, it's like his face got caved in. Everything about this is upsetting. Oh my god. The handprint. She's probably right. Hard to pick out a size, but probably not big enough to be one of those three. So maybe Hifumi's off my list after all. I'm a little relieved. I like Hifumi, but who does that leave? Knock those three off our list of people who wear black, and Tsumugi too. She was the one to discover the body. Who does that leave? Echo? Ugh. Scrap the whole list. I'm not that paranoid. Bloody handprint. It could have been Peko, I mean, but I don't see why Peko would do that. Peko wouldn't do that. No way. There's a familiar tap on my shoulder. I turn to Sayaka to see her screen. Weapon. Weapon? She's pointing her finger, her real life finger, straight back to one of the washing machines. I see a slab of metal just hanging out in one of them. Interesting. It looks like it's been torn off of something. The chair. That's the back of the chair. She pulls up a folded metal chair, missing the metal strip that makes up its back. It certainly looks like it's been torn. She holds it easy at her chest. What? They hit him in the face with a chair? It wouldn't have been hard. I'm not that strong, and these chairs aren't that heavy. I bet any of us could swing one if we were backed into a corner. But if they were chasing Fuyuhiko, then they weren't backed into a corner. He was. Not a literal corner. I mean the metaphorical corner of another person knowing you're trying to kill someone. Well, either way, hitting someone in the face with a chair is one thing. Pulling metal from metal is another. Yeah, I know, right? Hi, Sakura. Hello, Kokichi. Oh, that was cute. I don't think it would be too impossible. For some of us, maybe. But look, this one was a little rusty where the back used to connect. The metal might have been weak anyway. Is there rust on any of the other chairs? She peeks through the rest of the folded chairs, looking at the backs for any sign of degradation in the metal. Yeah, on some of these closer to the wall. They must have put it in the washer to get the blood off, but it feels risky. A slab of metal clinking around in a washer? What if someone heard? Perhaps they simply let the washing machine fill, and they drained it. They wouldn't necessarily need to run a cycle. Something about this scene perplexes me. I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm right there with you. Yeah, this is weird. Broken chair added to the truth bullets. Ding dong, bing bong. Now I'm standing alone in a trial room and we're not speaking. And we're dying to know, is the killer you or is it me? Yeah. Not my best work. Anyway, you know what time it is. Meet me at the elevator. See you soon. He's so cringe. Junko would be disappointed. You really think so? Monokuma, I haven't even looked at the files yet. Oh yeah, they've done all for us the last 2 trials, but there's no harm in checking. Deceased. Yeah, I was about to say, where's the model file at? The victim's name is Fuyihiko Kuzuryu. The victim's body was discovered in the laundry room at 7:04 a.m. The victim was discovered with a large contusion covering the majority of his face. 7:04 a.m. Samugi and Hifumi ran out of thread, and she just had to come out here for more. At 7:04 in the morning? That is a little sus. This is just exhausting. When does it end? Well, we'll just have to stick together then. Maybe we'll just have to end it ourselves. Right. All right, team. Let's head out. We head down the hallway. Chihiro sticks to my side, and I kind of wish they wouldn't. I glance inside the nurse's office at Nekomaru's sleeping face. He's really not coming. Do you think he'll be awake after the trial? Well, we'll have to do the trial first to find out, don't we? Good point. Can we just go, please? No one seems up to chat as we pile into the elevator. Sayaka offers Peko a hand getting in. She takes it, but doesn't speak. Doesn't meet her eyes. This place is only getting emptier. If we keep this up, we're gonna tilt the elevator back, and then it's game over for everyone. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. I sting the palm of my hand and stare straight forward, counting the layers of floor we go through. Sometimes I get so angry, I can't breathe. I can't see. I feel like a landmine stepped on, waiting for the foot to be lifted. My stomach is churning. Sometimes it's hard to stay connected to reality. In reality, Dice is dead. Who would want to stay connected to that anyways? I had a solution. It was right there for you all. Why didn't you listen to me? I swallow hard as the elevator comes to a stop. My heart is pounding. I hang back, allowing myself a moment to breathe before following everyone off. Yeah, it's time! Okay, this moves fast, so I'm gonna let you guys read it to yourselves. Sorry. Oh my god, no, Fuyihiko didn't have to die today! Here we'll be again, yep. This is it. These portraits are so great, by the way. Look at Junko. I love Junko in this art style. The Giant Slayer. I love the way that Kit writes. I wonder which of my new friends I'm going to lose today. I wonder whose goal it is right now to put 9 of us in the ground. I wonder who, between my life and Peko's, chose instead to take Fuyihiko's. I wonder. Don't waste your heart, I tell myself. It's time for a trial. Let's go! Yes! It is trial time, ladies and gentlemen. You know how this goes. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh no, the binary. It's back. What's going on here? This looks so cool. What the heck? What the heck? Sumiki? Hello, Kuzuryu. Wait, what the heck? Kuzuryu, good morning. Have fun in there? What are you talking about? Still coming too? Maybe need a little something to jog your memory. Hey, Sumiki. Wait, don't. I remember now. I just needed a second. Jesus. Oh, good. So then. Sonya's here too? What the freak? Whoa, look at this. Oh my god. You remember too what it means when Sonya Nevermind's waiting for you when you wake up, right? No, I don't. What the freak? Fuyihiko? Oh, the whole gang's here. What the heck? Purge? What in the world is happening here? Game over. Bye, Kaz. What? What was that? What in the world was that? The Purge? What in the is going on right now? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 3rd trial. Let's get this show on the road. I keep my mouth shut and watch the courtroom. It seems everyone else is just as on edge as I am. What do I know about everyone's state right now? Chihiro is being weird. Mukuro is suspicious of Samugi and Hifumi. Akane is staring across the room at Nekomaru's empty, closed podium. It's a little unsettling. A podium usually either has a person or a portrait in it. I just assumed Monokuma hated leaving them empty. I know, right? I did too. Hyoko's is empty as well, but left open. On the front of it, her death portrait hangs. They all look the same in this game. Uncertain, Mahiru approaches it. I realize a little too late, just as she starts to lean over the edge, that she obviously can't tell what's on the front of the portrait. Oh, She sees it and rears back, visibly rattled. It takes her a second to regain her posture. She takes a deep breath and steps onto the podium. Mukuro, Akane, Chihiro, and I all spent a lot of time investigating in the nurse's office together. And Kokichi, I'm here too. And Kokichi, sorry. The rest of you were all with Fuyuhiko for the most part. We have a weapon. We know there was a struggle. Now we just need to know who did it. I have a feeling that a lot of this will boil down to the process of elimination. Tsumugi found Fuyuhiko in the laundry room, and Kokichi found Nekomaru knocked out in the nurse's office, right? Twinsies. Someone get that boy to a therapist? Yeah, right. That's right. I think Nekomaru's presence has to have had something to do with it. You guys don't think it could have been him, do you? Oh, for sure not. But it'll be good to get him off the list early. Make your argument. Muted? What the heck? Whoa, yo, what the Time out. What the heck is going on? Stop your argument? What happened there? What the heck? I hate this place. I hate this school. Did you just put her on mute? Hey, you can't stop in the middle of a non-stop debate. You offend the sanctity of this courtroom. You can't just put a person on mute. Yeah, what the heck? What's going on here? Hey, she can participate in discussion, but the non-stop debates are very important to the spirit of the show. The guest has to sit out of the mini games. What's even the point? Why not just remove her from the trial entirely if you're just going to go to the effort of doing that? Yeah, that's stupid. Is anybody else not comprehending this? It literally just cut me off, like a pause button. Rules are rules. Sorry, Miss Photographer. What? She probably knows too much. That's probably why. Don't try to make me feel crazy. It's not about the rules. You just muted me. On with the debate now. Make your argument. Oh my god. Wait, what the heck? Ugh. Do we think Nekomaru could have done this or not? I don't think it's impossible. He's pretty tough, right? Why would he want to kill Fuyuhiko? What's the motive? He was one of the first to volunteer. Maybe he just chose to kill Fuyuhiko because he was planning on dying either way. There was black fabric in the blood on that scalpel, right? Could it have been from Nekomaru's jacket? No, that's wrong. Ha! Well, first of all, you good, Mahiru? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just getting god modded in real life. If you all don't stop about the mute, I'm putting a 30-minute timer on this trial. Forget it. Just do the trial. I can deal with this. Kokichi, say your piece. If she could play whatever the heck that was off, I should too. Cool. It just freaked me out. It didn't unnerve me, just startled me. Figured it couldn't hurt to check this. Peko, how did you know about the fabric fibers? Kifumi and Tsumugi told me. They wanted to check his clothes. That's what I thought. You didn't see Nekomaru in the nurse's office, but he wasn't actually wearing his jacket. We didn't see it around anywhere either. Oh, good to know, I suppose. He was in the nurse's office without his jacket on. Is it a crime to walk out without a jacket? Yeah, don't slut shame him. I'm not slut shaming him. What? I love that. Look, we all wear the same thing every day because we're anime characters or something. Given our track record, it's weird that he went without his jacket. I'm not wrong. I really object to being called an anime character. Can you focus on something important? Debate that. God. Kokichi, stop badgering the witness. I bet I could have gotten Shoichi to say that in a trial. Yeah, he could have. I see what you mean. I've never seen him without that thing on. Well, if we think it must have meant something, why do we think he didn't have it then? Good question. Let's find out. Make your argument. Maybe he was in a rush getting out. Could it still be possible he got cut, took his jacket off, and tossed it in his room or something? Perhaps he had a sacrifice planned. If no one knows they are walking to their death, they may as well be comfortable. May as well leave a jacket as a keepsake. That's a little dark. So then what? He went in planning to kill himself? No, that's wrong. I don't think so. That stuff he was hooked up to was made to knock someone out and keep them under, not to kill them. He's not dumb. If he was planning a suicide, I'm sure he would find a chemical that would kill him. I agree. And he certainly wouldn't leave the door open afterward, let alone unlocked. I think he was planning to meet with someone, to have them do the work. That would make the most sense. I doubt any of us could make him do anything. What about you, Sakura, the ultimate martial artist? You probably could have taken him in a fight. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sakura. Not to put you on the spot or anything, it just popped into my head. I see your point. I'm sure I could have fought Nekomaru and won, but if we fought, surely it would show on his body or mine. If I had beat Nekomaru, shouldn't he appear beaten? That makes sense. It's good to think about it though. Did you see how he was lying? He seemed relaxed. He took the time to get comfortable. That sounds like it could have been Akane then. We found him lying down, vulnerable, in an open room, dead or unconscious. The only reason we would find him like that is if he wanted us to. And it would have defeated the purpose for him to do it himself, wouldn't it? With the, no suicides and all, the motive. So the question stands, who was he meeting with to kill him? It has to be either Fuyuhiko or the culprit, right? It sounds like Akane. I bet it was Fuyuhiko. He probably wanted to save Peko, poor thing. He wouldn't do that. I'm with Peko. He gave that whole speech yesterday about how if this is what she wants, this is what she wants. I can't say that because I don't speak that language. I don't know if he meant it or not, but if he did, then why would he decide to meet with Nekomaru? I don't know. He seemed weirdly okay with the whole thing. That dude was crazy about Peko. It can't have really been that easy for him to accept. What if he had already agreed to meet at that point? What do you mean? Maybe the reason he was so chill with Peko sacrificing herself is because he knew it would never come to that. What if he and Nekomaru had a plan before the drawing? If they had a plan before the drawing, why wouldn't they carry it out before the drawing? Yeah, good point. Because you hadn't been drawn yet. What? Let the chips fall where they may unless Peko gets drawn. If that happens, here's the plan. That makes sense to me. I spoke to him about you, Peko. He told me that if he had it his way, he would have followed you down. That doesn't mean he would have killed for me. That's exactly what that means. Yeah, it is. How should you know? How should any of you? That boy was a callous, violent bully in your eyes. Don't pretend it's not true. I saw him for who he was, for who he wanted to be. I saw the love, the humanity that drove his decisions, even when they were cruel and unkind. How is he supposed to make up for his misdeeds now? He's gone. She draws in a sharp breath, looking at the crowd she's just fully broken in front of. The reality finally seems to strike her as she speaks it into the air. He's gone. I should have known. Come on, Peko, don't do that to yourself. No, I should have. She swipes her palm across her cheek, taking a shaky breath and trying to collect herself. Last night, I was planning on going to the dojo. I know Kokichi, Sakura, and Chihiro train there some nights, and I wanted to see if I was hoping to. I saw him come out of his room. I don't know where he was going, but it made my blood go cold. I went back into my room and hid from it all. I should have gone to him. I could have saved him. I could have stopped him. Oh my god, Peko, no! Peko's gonna be so destroyed this trial. Well, maybe you couldn't. He's stubborn. If he wanted it done, I'm sure he would have found a way. It doesn't matter. I saw him and I didn't stop him. There's the facts. How do we know for sure that when he left, he was going to see Nekomaru? What other reason would he have to go out? Maybe he wanted to train with us too. That would be a cute thing to say if I didn't just watch Peko burst into tears on the stand. Yeah, good point. So if you saw him going to meet Nekomaru, then we ought to go over our timeline again. Thank you for telling us this, Peko. Make your argument. Fuyuhiko and Nekomaru meet up, then what? Fuyuhiko puts him under. Then in comes our culprit, right? Right after Nekomaru's out. Right after? How are we sure of that? I mean, they can't have waited too long, or this would be a different trial. Makes sense to me. After the culprit comes in, they chase Fuyuhiko out of the nurse's office and into the laundry room. And then smacks him in the face with a chair. No, that's wrong. Wait, I think I'm piecing this all together. Hear me out right now. I think that this was Akane. I think it was. Because with how this is playing out right now, obviously Fuyuhiko was the one to put Nekomaru under, right? Is what their theory is right now. So if that's the theory, what if Akane came in and saw Fuyuhiko do this? And she's like, what the freak? You just poisoned Nekomaru. And she got mad. And then she chased Fuyuhiko down and beat the crap out of him. I think that could have happened. Bro, I'm gonna be so mad if that happened, bro. That is my theory right now. That is my guess. It is seeming like it's playing out like that. Hold on. Something's wrong with that. What? I didn't see it earlier. I wasn't thinking about it. Mahiru, What did you say earlier today in the investigation? What, about the chairs? They weren't that heavy. Anyone could panic, pick one up, and swing one if they were backed into a corner. Oh, what? Fuyuhiko was backed into a corner, remember? If he got chased out of the nurse's office all the way down the hall, and he had to get to the laundry room first, and those chairs are all leaned up against that far corner. If Fuyuhiko ran in first, he would have had access to them first. I don't know about that. There are chairs around the table, remember? Why couldn't they have grabbed one of those? Fuyuhiko still would have gotten to them first. Maybe he just didn't think of it, but, well, why wouldn't he? He's being chased for his life. Not to be obtuse, but why did he even go to the laundry room anyway? Why not run to his room? It's the same direction, and he could have locked the door behind him. That's a good point. Good question. Maybe his room was already locked. So then if he got there first, maybe it's reversed. Nekomaru wasn't meeting Fuyuhiko after all, and Fuyuhiko was the one who interrupted the plan. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong then. Then what was he doing? Fuyuhiko, I mean. Why was he going into the nurse's office in the middle of the night? Maybe he needed a Tylenol. Tensions are high. A guy like him would be too smart to go out at night unless he really needed to. Maybe he really needed a Tylenol. Shut up, Hifumi. That's fair. Don't talk to him like... There was something else that struck me as weird about those chairs. Mahiru, you said there were a few more chairs that seemed a bit rusty around where it was welded on the back. How many? I noticed it on 2 of them, I think. That's 3 total out of 16. Where were those chairs? In the corner with the rest of them? I mean, within the stack, honey. Closer to the front? Closer to the wall? Scattered? Oh, closer to the wall. I had to move a lot of them to notice. Sakura, you and I and Hina hung out in the laundry room a few times during our game, right? How many chairs sit around the table each morning? 2. Ever notice rust on the ones Monokuma leaves out for us? Maybe on the ones sitting out this morning? No, I don't believe so. Why are you so fixed on these chairs? Junko probably thought they were an eyesore. I think we missed something important in our investigation. What? She stares forward for a moment, mouth open, choosing the route she's going to take. Fuyuhiko runs into that room in a panic. This person chases him in, grabs the first chair they can to kill him. And it just happens to be one of 3 out of 16 with a rickety back. One that would be far easier to tear off. Don't you think if he got his head smashed in on the laundry room, there might be blood anywhere else? What's actually going on here? That's a good question. Make your argument. Bludgeoning is a pretty messy act. Maybe they cleaned it up? Or maybe they tore the back off a perfectly innocent rusty chair and threw it in the washer, making it out to be the weapon in their story. Then what's the weapon? That's what I'm afraid we missed. This is a setup. Are we being played? Yes, we are. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice trick, little killer. I don't know if I'm ready to roll with this idea just yet, but I can't go without mentioning it. Fuyuhiko had a bloodstain on his shoulder, Peko showed me. Looked like a handprint. It was messy, but I could see at least how the hand was positioned. It was like this, wrapped around his shoulder. I don't think it would help beyond giving us a general hand size, but now I think, could that have come from someone carrying him? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I saw that too, and I think it could just as easily have been from someone trying to grab him. Yeah, and someone could have painted it on him too. What seems likely, given the other evidence? All we saw was a broken chair back thrown in a washer. What if Fuyuhiko never even made it to the supposed crime scene? Well, hold on. How can we be so sure of any of this? We didn't find any other weapons besides the chair and that scalpel. Surely they can't be the weapon. All possibilities, right, Hifumi? Of course. Sorry, I just didn't want to jump to the gun or never mind. No, he has a point. I think we should talk about it. Can we really say the chair wasn't? And here's Samugi for the assist. Shocker. Mukuro hates these 2 right now. You do this every trial. Bite me, Psyche M. I'm saying it for the record. Samugi and Hifumi have the same alibi they did last time. I want to know if they have pictures from last night. You just have something against nerds. Oh, okay. What? You gonna report me to HR? Samugi tenses, glancing over at Hifumi like she's looking to be prompted. It's not like we take pictures every time we hang out. We don't have any proof we were together last night, but I promise it's true. How often do you guys hang out? You shut it. I want to hear it from her. Mukuro, I don't know if this is... Let me do this. I just want to hear what she has to say, then I'll back off. After a beat, Sakura nods. I wonder if maybe I should step in and interrupt this, but I'm kind of curious too. We spend most of our time together. I mean, you all know that. You like him a lot, don't you? Oh, snap. It isn't anything like that. Even as a friend, you like him. You like spending your days together. You care about him a lot, right? Enough to give him an alibi when you know you're going to be walking to a corpse in the morning. She couldn't have committed the murder. She discovered the body. Would you shut up, man? You, Shirogane, you let Hifumi sleep in your room the night Fuyuhiko got killed. I saw him coming out of it this morning. Yes, we have sleepovers. What do you... Oh, y'all having sleepovers now. What is happening here? I think it might be more than just friends. Do you think I wanted to wake up this morning to another one of my classmates dead? Do you think I was hoping to stumble on a corpse today? I don't understand the point of this. I was there last night. She ran out of thread. She said, we'll get some more in the morning. And then she did. What does this prove besides that she's innocent? If you suspect me, then interrogate me. Nah, I'm satisfied. You're asking all these questions of me. What about Kokichi? He found Nekomaru in the nurse office at the same time, didn't he? Why were you out 3 minutes after the announcement? You. I love that reaction. Kokichi, didn't you leave your scarf up in the dojo after training last night? What? Training? Last night? What? Did you now? Sakura and I noticed it after you left. He was just going to get his scarf? Ah, I internally shake my own shoulders. Get a clue, dip. Chihiro's running laps around you. Yeah, you know me. I feel naked without this thing on. I went back up for it first thing this morning. But you train without it? What kind of pretentious wears a scarf to train? Yeah, that's kind of weird. We train almost every night. You all know that. That's where Kokichi was last night, with us. Right, Sakura? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is no good. This is no good at all. Sakura glances around the room and lowers her voice as if it will resolve some of the tension from the obvious lie Chihiro's just thrown out. Oh, crap. Chihiro, I can't. Sakura told me last night that you flaked. I told her to say that. It was a hard night for me. I know people talk. I know you two do, in particular. I just thought I could shut it down early by getting Sakura and Chihiro to pretend I wasn't there. This morning I went back for my scarf. That's when Why was it such a hard night? Why? Ha! Why? This girl. I'll give you 9 guesses. You losing your club doesn't exempt you from suspicion. Hey, Queen. We are not putting my mental fortitude on trial here. Cut me a break. Hey, King. You were wearing Mondo's jacket when you came in. You let anybody check that for cuts. Jesus, Mukuro. Oh my God, we got queens and kings and all the above. Royalties just everywhere. This is hilarious. You clearly haven't gotten much sleep. You were expecting to die soon anyway. Who's to say you didn't kill him? I really do not think Kokichi. Are we not supposed to be observing every possibility? What does it matter if he went or not? It doesn't give him an alibi either way. This murder happened at night. You're hounding him for no good reason. Did you wear that jacket to shield from the blood splatter? Or to obscure your build from any witnesses? Did you bash Fuyuhiko's head in? Wait a minute. Is that where the cut on your hand comes from? My hand's been like this for days. What the heck? 30 seconds ago, I was on everyone's good side. Do I even have a way to prove that I couldn't have done this? That I can attest to. I wrapped it myself. Sakura, was he training with you last night? I don't care if it's useful as an alibi. I want to know if Chihiro just spat a lie into this courtroom. Did he come? Oh no, Chihiro messed up. Don't badger her. I'm not badgering her. I can decide for myself when I'm being badgered. She takes a deep breath, pinching the bridge of her nose. She's deciding. My standing or her integrity. I try to plead with her, try to send her my desperation in a gift-wrapped trepidatious expression, but reliably expecting such a bold-faced lie from Sakura Ogami is like reliably expecting the truth from me. She doesn't look at me as she speaks. No, Kokichi didn't come last night. I don't know why Chihiro said that. Sakura, you expect me to lie in this room? But wait, I knew. Explain yourselves now. Whatever Sakura was going to say, she doesn't. Seems she's interested in an explanation as well. Oh my god, this is a mess. They were just doing as they were told. You told them to lie? You told them to lie? I didn't kill the guy. I just wanted to avoid being suspected. I knew it would look bad and I didn't want to dredge this up in open court. So then what were you doing last night? I sat outside the computer lab and watched the door. All night? All night. Bullshit. No, Mukuro, stop. And they all start in on me at once for a few wall closing seconds until one voice cuts crisp through them all. Enough! Look at him. He clearly hasn't slept. He's just lost his group. Is it that far-fetched for an unstable person to be doing unstable things? Did she just call me? Yeah, you're unstable, Kokichi, be honest. God, my ego is suffering enough without you making me look weak. Oh, maybe you're just weak right now, Kokichi. We get it. We've all been there. Can you be okay with that just this once? Just for this trial? Akane seems to snap out of something, deflating a little. My head is swimming. I pinch myself hard on the thigh, trying to keep myself in the moment. Look, I just want this trial to be over so I can make sure Nekomaru's okay. That's all. No, I'm not finished with you yet. What the heck, Peko? Fuyuhiko is dead. Does that speak to a killer's strength or their weaknesses? Kokichi surely could not have overpowered Fuyuhiko. He's crafty, but Fuyuhiko is trained for this, is he not? If someone were able to fake a scene like the one in the laundry room, it would be Kokichi. Huh, Mahiru's on mute. The Mahiru slander. Kokichi was planning to die anyways. What are the odds he decided he wanted to take someone other than Peko down with him? He wouldn't. He would have the drawing because he didn't want to force us to go along with what he said. Oh, please. We had the drawing because Mahiru, Akane, and Nekomaru convinced him to hold a drawing. Here's what happened. Your leader boy killed Fuyuhiko, told Chihiro to give him an alibi on the stand, and walked in this room, expecting to walk out alone. That is wrong. Oh yeah, Sakura with the assist, let's go! I take offense to the notion that Kokichi would ever be satisfied with walking out of here alone. He was ready to kill himself yesterday. You can't be serious. What? Is judge of character not useful as testimony? Because you've provided plenty of it this trial. Mukuro is affronted, unable to conjure one of her typically rapid-fire witty responses. I know Kokichi. I've seen him capable of deception. I've seen him capable of petty cruelty. I have never seen him capable of murder, least of all now. She sets her gaze then, firm and strikingly disappointed, on Chihiro. He is not the culprit in this case. The very idea of it is absurd. And by the way, I want to note for the record, I am astounded that nobody noticed this, but Mondo's jacket doesn't have black fabric, it's leather. What about the polyester lining on the inside? The lining isn't black, it's purple. Look at his portrait, you can see it right there. This doesn't point to Kokichi at all. Amazing to me that you, the ultimate cosplayer, can tell it's polyester, but you can't tell that it's purple. How about we all put the knives down and talk? Oh, snap, got caught, Sabugi! The room goes quiet. She looks at me for the first time since she's exposed Chihiro's lie, and I think I catch a glimpse of guilt. I nod at her. I hate that thing! What I was trying to say is that all we've proven is that the scene in the laundry room could have been faked, not that it was. If he was killed in the nurse's office, where's the blood-stain? Where's the weapon? And if they covered up a scene in there, why leave the scalpel? Right, very well. I've been wondering about that scalpel. If Fuyuhiko was truly in that room, and someone walked in on him, perhaps he'd go for whatever weapon was closest. But that would mean he had a scalpel on hand. For what? I look over to Sakura, see her tense shoulders drop a bit as the fire in the room dies down. I owe you one. Make your argument, it's time. He was going to kill Mr. Need-Eye. Maybe that's just the way he planned it. Why not just use a knife or poison? You can't take poison if you're unconscious. I suppose it would have been rather easy to just open one of Nekomaru's veins after he was out and be done with it. No. Surely not. He would have painted the walls behind him in pink. The mess wouldn't have been worth it. But then again, if Fuya was doing it for you, he probably wasn't planning on getting away with it. No, he wouldn't. Do you really think so? Wait, if Nekomaru was going to die, shouldn't we be looking at the obvious? Akane's his friend, isn't she? That's what I was saying! That is what I've been saying, Chihiro. Ah! Wait, what? Ugh, suck it up. Is this inanimate Rampa? If we think the fabric fibers on the scalpel came from something the culprit was wearing, then how could it be Akane? She doesn't have anything black. Well, Tsumugi, Peko, Kokichi, and Fuyuhiko himself are, I think, the only people here who will wear black. Yeah. Well, who does that leave us with? Kokichi? Peko? We already ruled out Nekomaru, and it obviously wasn't Fuyuhiko or Tsumugi. We're missing something. We're missing everything. No confirmed murder weapon, no decent suspect list. We don't even know for sure where he was killed. We know a little about what went down in the nurse's office, don't we? Ha! Just mute her again. Oh my god. Mahiru did that little demonstration with the rolling chair, right? Fuyuhiko must have been sitting there when the culprit came in. And when he got up, the chair rolled into the corner? He must have picked up the scalpel because he had nothing else. And then what? What comes after that if they don't chase him into the laundry room? There's no bloodstain, no murder weapon. We checked everywhere in that room and... No, we didn't. Wait, there's something. I didn't even think about it. What? Look, I know this is a long shot, but we've been wondering all this time why the culprit would leave the door open, right? Maybe they got careless. Maybe they got lazy. What if it was a strategic risk? What if those sliding doors shut? We never actually saw the surface of the door itself. Maybe that's where our missing bloodstain is. You think he got his face slammed into a door? I certainly don't see why not. If the door was shut and he was running towards it anyway, why not use his own momentum against him? Oh, that's a good point. That is a monumental risk for a killer to take. What if we had shut the door in our investigation? We would have seen the bloodstain. Well, we didn't, did we? It seems to me like everything went according to plan for the culprit. How can we prove this? That the murder weapon was a door? It seems ridiculous. I said it was a strategic risk. And you know what? Why would Fuyuhiko target Nekomaru anyways? Why would Nekomaru agree to this? There is something to be said for self-sacrifice, but he wouldn't do this. He threw himself in front of a lot of danger for me in the last game. Peko, you didn't see it, but he was willing to... I don't believe you, Akane. I cannot understand why. Nekomaru is very sick. I think perhaps he knows he is running out of time. If his death feels imminent to him, then maybe he doesn't see a point in putting it off, letting someone healthy die. It's not about not letting someone healthy die. It's about this complex he has. Nobody else seemed to notice it in our last game, and I never understood it. It makes more sense to me now that I know, but is not letting healthy people die not the complex in question? We should have just let them do it. Nekomaru and Kokichi, when they offered. Mukuro, what? Would it not have been better to prepare? Would it not have been better to prolong the lives we know we can? Come on, that's not fair to him. He seemed to think it was. He's wrong. Maybe it wasn't fair of us to deprive him of the right to decide how it ended. Don't feed me that right to decide. You cool with suicide, Mahiru? Don't twist my words like that. Nekomaru is sick, isn't he? What, should we make him wait for his sickness to take him out? So killing him now is the only alternative? He's more expendable to you? No, that's what I mean. Isn't he dying? If he had told us, would he have let him do it? Sakura, can I put you on the spot for a second? I suppose. What is it? You said you had a friend who had a surgery when they were young like Nekomaru did, right? Would you tell us about them? Whoa, hey, what does this have to do with anything? Yeah, seconded. What? No, it's fine. Kenshiro was a very close friend of mine. He was almost a year older than me. Nekomaru's condition must be quite similar to his. What happened to him? It was very gradual, until the end. For a very long time, it only presented itself as a few missed trainings here and there, a weak stomach, brain fog. He stopped coming for a month. Our session, the day he returned, I turned my back for one moment and looked back to see him seizing on the floor. I only saw him once in the hospital after that, before I was brought here. How did he look then? Don't push it. His face appeared hollow. He dropped 15 pounds in a week. His skin was fragile and prone to bruising at even very slight pressure. He lacked joy. He lacked color. He smiled when he saw me, but I could tell he felt such pain that he had little capacity to feel anything else. Like he was dying? Now you're pushing it. Does Nekomaru look like he's dying to you? He looks like he's in the beginning stages of the very sharp decline I saw in Kenshiro. Does he look like he's dying? Sakura considers it. I can see her turning the question over in her head, and then finally, no, not yet. I want all of you to hear that. And think about what makes Nekomaru's life easier to end. Do you realize how deluded you sound? In a perfect world, yeah, Nekomaru wouldn't have to die, but neither would Junko or Nagito or any of the others. It's not about his life being more expendable. It's about maximizing survival. His offer was our best shot to do that, and you shot it down. You and Oshima, you could take her hair off your head, but you can't take her blood out of your veins. Hey, we're doing a trial. Did everyone forget about that? I mean, dang. They are going at it right now. Mukuro, Akane, this is a crazy class trial. Nekomaru made an offer. He knows how he wants to go out. He had it set up on his terms. Who are we to deprive him of that? His terms? He didn't choose that. Would he have made that offer if he wasn't sick? His whole life can't be defined by a surgery he had when he was 5. Would you both shut up? I've had enough of this. I want to know who killed Fuyuhiko. Get over yourselves. What's even left to talk about? What else can we do? This is going to come down to motive. Who would have had the motive to do this? For all my babbling about Dice the last few days, I don't actually know what everyone's got going on outside. I know her family is a huge part of her life, but would she go this far? I don't think so. It's not just because it's not in her. She was exempt from the motive, but she did hate Fuyuhiko. But the physical contact thing with her, she couldn't have without shocking herself, right? They've been so strange as of late, but surely this isn't why. Besides, could Chihiro even carry Fuyuhiko to the laundry room? Or hit him with a chair? For all Mukuro's fury, I can't imagine that she would kill right now. She wouldn't take the risk of getting Sakura executed. Akane cares about Nekomaru a lot, and if she saw something going down, she'd definitely step in. But how would she know? Nekomaru didn't tell her. I saw how deep Pekko's love for Fuyuhiko ran even if she couldn't stay with him. I don't think she would have been capable. The timing of the body discovery, the alibis, it's weird to me, but weird enough to deem her a killer. I think it's Akane. It has to be Akane. Nekomaru didn't tell her. Nekomaru didn't. Yes! Yes, Kokichi, we're on the same page! What did you say? He was 5. He wasn't even old enough to remember it. That's what he told you? He was a kid, Kokichi. After this trial's over, you'll all go up and see him and realize he didn't volunteer because he was in pain or ready to die. Maybe it's not wrong to accept that sacrifice eventually. Whatever. I'm not here to argue, but it's wrong not to fight it just like we fought Kokichi's. Clever jump, but I'm a clever boy. That was a dumb line. Oh my god, Kokichi, you are so stupid sometimes. You said before the trial he hadn't told you. What's your story now? Look, yeah, you did, Akane. That's a good point. When I found out, he asked me to just pretend I'd never heard it. He didn't want it to change anyone's perception of him. I guess when all of you found out, I just panicked. I just went with what he asked. What's the point pretending you don't know after all of us had found out? I wasn't thinking straight, man. There was kind of a lot going on. Well, how did you find out, since it wasn't in the nurse's office with all of us? He left me a note at my door. I think he wasn't expecting me to read it until tomorrow. Is this note in the room with us? I didn't bring it. I wasn't expecting to be a suspect, dude. Wait, you wanted to help him keep this secret? You were the one who ripped his shirt open. You jumped to the same conclusion I did, Kokichi. Remember? There was one other hand reaching there, and it was yours. Her face looks like she's telling the truth, but she's taking too much time to think, and I've seen her innocent under suspicion. Last trial, she panicked. Now she's cool, calmly answering my questions without ricocheting my hostility back at me. This is just not her version of honesty. Kokichi, I don't mean to interrupt your train of thought, but you just cleared me. You yourself said that the fabric fibers took me off your list. Maybe I've been too hasty. Maybe you have. I don't like this. Akane didn't do this. I'm sure she can prove it. That's the only proof I have, and it's better than some of yours. We don't have much to work with, you know. She's right. Burden of proof is on me, and I argued against Chihiro's suspicion of her. But how can I be sure? All we have are copies of our own outfits. Oh, wait, what is the O? I don't know. I mean, you're right. I don't have proof. I don't mean to interrogate you. Just ignore me. I'm paranoid. Cool. Let's move on. No. I want to see where Kokichi's going with this, even if it's nothing. No, it's baseless. I don't have anything that we haven't already said. Hey, you going easy on me, Oma? If Pekko wants me to convince her, then I want to convince her. We owe that to her. And seriously, you owe it to me. But don't start pulling your punches now. You started this. Give me everything you got. Let's do this. There we go. Let's do this indeed. I may be the only one here who even knows that this is possible. This is our last chance. I can't this up. Oh, here we go. Thanks for playing, Akane. Oh my god, wait, what is happening? Argument armament time. Oh, snap. Hey. Yo, she looks so good there. Come on, Kokichi, you're too smart. Why are you changing your mind? You don't need me to tell you that you're making a mistake. She looks so good. I love that outfit for her. That's a fantastic outfit. I would sooner let Nekomaru go than choose to play this game. Look how ripped she is, man. I wish I was that ripped. Is that what you want? To play Monokuma's game? You'll lose, here and now, if you try to put me down. Why clear my name? Just to accuse me again? What are you thinking? What are you remembering, Kokichi? The keepsake clothes. Oh, oh! I love Akane, man. Akane is so pretty. Like one of the prettiest characters in the game. What? What are you talking about? What clothes? What do you mean? Well, go on. Tell us all what it is we're missing, Kokichi. Kokichi? Is that what you want? To play Monokuma's game? I'm making a mistake. My mistake was leading dice, was one thing. This is a different beast. I didn't have to point my finger and send them to death. Ifumi bumps me with his elbow. I remember myself. My heart is pounding. You didn't go to the scene dressed like this, did you? You wore your training outfit, the one Monokuma gave you. I want her to say something, anything at all, anything, but she just watches. The floor is mine. I think back to that day she asked me to hang out. Oh, you were training with the aerial silks he'd given you. I remember the outfit. A red and white sports bra, black gloves, and black leggings. Oh my god. Did you wear that to the scene? Just to throw us? Just to be safe? Any other questions on your mind? Nekomaru didn't leave you a note, did he? He told you to your face, sometime before our meeting yesterday morning. And what does it matter when I found out? Because if you found out before, it would be obvious, wouldn't it? How could she have killed him? Why would she have gone there? She didn't know. Look at her face when she found out. She couldn't have. But if you knew already, where does that lead us? Oh, she knew Nekomaru was sick. She knew he was one of the first volunteers. She saw Fuyuhiko play nonchalant when Pekko's name got pulled. What if she knew about the deal they had? What if she went to stop it? We never asked ourselves any of these questions. It was as normal to us as we thought it was to you. A whole other side to this case we never saw. All because of one well-timed lie. You're the only person here who saw that outfit. Only you. I bet I could point the finger back at you and turn this around. I could dig myself out of this. But I didn't do this just to get you guys wrong and let Monokuma execute Nekomaru. What good would it do? But she frantically scrolls on her monopad for a moment before setting it back on her podium with a huff. I can't justify painting Akane as guilty on this nothingness we have for evidence. We don't even know what happened. You want to fill him in, Kokichi? I don't. Ah, right. That's all right. I'll do it. Closing argument is being done by Akane? What? Let's go back to the day of the motive reveal. Oh, this looks so good. I freaking love the art, bro. It was chaos. 3 of you had bolted from the room. It calmed a bit after Sakura returned and told us Chihiro would keep an eye on Kokichi. But everyone was still too freaked out by the display and too worried about him to really focus on anything else, let alone strategize. Mukuro was the one to step up and say that we take a day to think and recover from what we'd seen, and to let you do the same, Kokichi. We all separated, and then, sometime before nightfall, Nekomaru showed up at my door with a prognosis and a proposition. What? 2 more years for him, at most. He asked me if I want to partake in this plan of his, a dual sacrifice. I would be the victim, him, the culprit. He said he wanted to be sure that I wouldn't have to go through one of Monokuma's executions, and he came to me first because he trusted me. If I were to say no, he'd drop it there and never raise it again. But I know what that means. It means if I say no, someone will say yes. It means Nekomaru's once again looking for a way to throw himself overboard to keep the ship afloat. I told him that unless he was dying, like actively dying, I wouldn't. I begged him to think about it. It's too early to start making end-of-life plans, isn't it? He told me he knew as well as I did that he still had time, but given the circumstances, etc., I said no. We argued then, and we argued again after our first meeting yesterday morning, and then I didn't see him until the drawing. I could tell the moment it ended, the moment Pekko's name left Chihiro's mouth and Fuyuhiko had no protest. There was something we weren't privy to, something being kept from me. I feel these things. That night, Nekomaru came to me, apologized, and asked if I wanted to train with him. It all seemed very, very final. Aww. I pestered him on and on about Fuyuhiko. He wouldn't tell me anything, but he doesn't hide his emotions well. It was all the confirmation I needed. All that was left for me to do was decide. I sat at my door and stared out the peephole the whole night, deliberating, trying to force myself to be reasonable about the whole thing. Option 1, let it happen. Kill the motive. Let Nekomaru take the fall for us one more time. Let everyone sleep a little easier until Monokuma gives us something new to deal with. Maybe one day, you'll even get over it. Maybe one day you'll even stop hating Fuyuhiko for taking the life of your friend. Maybe one day. Option 2, don't take shit lying down. I followed him as distantly as I could down the hall until I saw him disappear into the nurse's office. When I looked through the crack in the door, Nekomaru was knocked out. I thought for a moment that he was dead, but the announcement hadn't gone off and I was looking right at him. But I had to be sure. I had to be. Oh, I hate this right now. I really do. He and I knew the second our eyes met. The motive was ending one way or another. If not Nekomaru, it would be him. If not him, it would be me. It happened so fast. One moment he's processing seeing me in the door. The next, I'm in front of him, and there's a sharp pain in my upper thigh. And the next, he's running for the door. I'd shut it when I came in. I knew he would try to run, but it had to be someone. It had to end. I had to make a choice, and the choice I made, it's not something I'm proud of. Oh my God. His head slammed into the door, and it was like a switch flicked off on him. He didn't scream. He just stumbled for a moment and then collapsed. Oh my God. I kept telling myself, he already planned to die. Death in an instant at my hands is mercy compared to Monokuma's executions. I keep telling myself, did I need to kill him? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe nobody needed to die last night. But to what end? All our hope doesn't give us intel. We all knew we weren't finding the mastermind soon enough to halt another massacre. Or at least, he knew that. So what's the alternative? Let this Kuzuryu live just so he can see all the others strung up like Kokichi's people? Wait for him to find another victim? I don't know. I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is, I didn't want to kill anyone. But I don't think that matters anymore. It's not like he's coming back to give us his opinion. It's over for the both of us. What? Everything else you pretty much got right. The fake out scene in the laundry room, the lie, the bloody handprint was mine, and I think the blood was too. Lucky me that he managed to stab me high enough for my skirt to cover it. Akane, why? Why, Akane? I love you so much. Pekko is gonna be so he is gonna be to all hell. Why take us through this entire trial if all you wanted was to save Nekomaru? You knew if you won, he'd be killed with the rest of us. I didn't just want to save Nekomaru. I wanted to prove a point. You wanted to prove a point? We can't keep doing this. We can't put up sacrifices and let our friends take the fall for us, just to kill whatever motive is happening at the time. Fuyuhiko's dead, and I'll join him soon. And for what? A new motive will take this one's place. We're going in circles. This one needed to be stopped, but we're eating our own tails here. Next motive, if you can afford it, if you're not looking at mass casualties, like the one we saw with Kokichi's people. There is no other option. There's nothing else in that world that matters. Find the mastermind. Good speech. You've just killed the dearest friend I've ever known, but I'm glad your point was proven. I'm sorry, Pekko. I never... It doesn't matter anyways. It's already over. Nothing I could say could change it. Pekko stares at Akane's face, trying to, I don't know, find something to say, or find some kind of meaning behind the words Akane speaks. Then she shuts her eyes and shakes her head, setting her hands on either side of her screen, waiting to vote. Ah, a confession. Fine, great. Thrilling conclusion. You guys are no fun. Oh, just shut it, Monokuma. Are we done here? Let's vote. Don't you have a heart? Don't you have a brain? Enough. We are not starting this again. Well, fine then. Put your votes in. Let's keep it pushing. He's clearly not super happy with the way this trial turned out. I'm not super happy with it either. I don't want to put Akane in that collar. I don't want to watch her be dragged away into the place she is meant to die. Why do I care so much? We weren't really that close. She was nice to me. She wanted to be my friend. She talked about me with Nekomaru. I feel I've been robbed of the time I could have spent with this girl. The person I could have been to her. The person she could have been to me. I'm 12 years old, rejecting spare change. I'm 13, pushing Hataru's hand away. I'm 16, telling my teacher to eat crap for offering me an extension. I'm 18, selecting Akane Owari's name on my screen. And it's wrong now. It's wrong then. It's wrong always. I do it anyways. I do it to survive. Oh my god, Kokichi, what a great speech! I'm telling you, Kit is an awesome writer! Dang, the writing is good in this one, man. But I can't believe Akane needed to last, bro. I was hoping. I love Akane. Votes are in, and you're correct. The culprit in this trial is Akane Owari. Get your goodbyes in order, quick, please. We've been in this chapter for like 1,000,000 years. Mahiru's off her podium as soon as the vote ends. She heads straight for Akane and beckons her aside, speaking in a hushed tone. You can't go. You're like the only friend I have here. Please, just run from this. Maybe you can hide somewhere. There's nowhere in this place I could go. That Monokuma wouldn't find me. You know that. You could find a way. I know you could. Your friend is right, Mahiru. You're encouraging her to break the rules right now. Is that really a good idea? But Is there anything you would like us to tell Nekomaru, Akane? Just tell him to stop putting himself in the grave for other people. And that I did pretty good in this trial. Goodbyes are a luxury. Is that truly all you have to say for yourself? What am I supposed to say? Ask someone to defend my actions to him? I won't do that. Nothing I could say could ease what I'm putting you through. I know that. I'm sorry. But I had to do what was right. Letting Nekomaru take the fall for us that night. That was wrong. I wish there had been another way. I suppose I can understand that, if nothing else. Oh, hey, kid. It's only when Akane looks back at me that I realize I'm staring. I want to speak. My heart is in my throat, though, and nothing passes through it. She's waiting for me to speak, and I'm failing her at the last moment. A beat of silence passes, then she reaches forward and lifts my chin. Keep your head up, Kay. Oh, that's right. The world is fuzzy, but she is clear as day in front of me. I hold her gaze and nod firmly. It's the most I can do. Okay, that's enough. You guys are so boring this time. Without further ado, it's punishment time. Akane, no. Oh, that's such a sweet picture. No. Oh, wait, where is she? What the heck? So let's read this. She stands in the center of a dark room, hardwood floor under her feet. The only light in the room is natural, a circle of flame slowly closing in on her. Just as she seems to start to realize there's nowhere for her to go, fabric crashes to the floor behind her. She turns and sees it. Silks. Her silks. Oh no! The name of it is Silks of Agony, Part 2. Oh my god, the silks came down from the ceiling. She's got to climb them up so she doesn't get burned. Oh my god. Akane makes her way up the silks quick as a rabbit. She keeps her head start for a while, and the silk seems to go on forever, until it doesn't, and she finds herself trapped between the ceiling and the flames not far below her. She drops her head, taking a moment to breathe, though the air is smoky and thick. When she looks up, she sees it. 3 more silks have dropped from the ceiling in a row, leading to an open balcony and a door with a blinding white light. This is the way out. Oh my god, this is kind of a mixture between Celeste and Harumi's. Well, at first, when she was climbing up. But the girl knows better. Look at her. She's so pretty, man. Oh no. The tears. Oh no. Akane stubbornly clings to her silk. The fire climbs slowly up to her, until finally her head start is wasted, and the flame takes her. No! She's got to climb them up so she doesn't get burned. Oh my god, the silks came down from the ceiling in a row, leading to an open balcony and a door with a blinding white light. This is the way out. Oh no. The tears. Oh no. Akane's stubbornly clings to her silk. The fire climbs slowly up to her, until finally her head start is wasted, If she screams, the sound is drowned out by this popping and crackling that permeates the room. If she trembles, the visual cue is lost in the blinding golden haze overtaking the room. Minutes after the fire surpasses her head, you can see it. The figure clinging to the silk throws her head back and screams fury to heaven above. And then, all of a sudden, she lets go and plummets like an anvil. Oh! Akane! The fire seems to all die at once. The room goes black the second her body hits the floor. Oh, so sad. Did you guys see the art though? My God, that art is better than some of the executions I've seen. What's wrong, Bear? You upset she didn't follow your path? Can it, Enoshima? She's still dead. All of you could join her if I so willed it. Oh, please, you would never. This is too fun for you. For what you've done to my friends and to me, karma will come back for you. Echo sharply turns away, heading straight for the elevator door. I look at the harbinger of destruction, the stupid plush toy. He laughs when he sees me. Poor lonely boy. Run along. I hold my glare for a long few moments, letting scathing words bubble to my throat and sit on the back of my tongue. Then, wordlessly, I turn away and follow Peko onto the elevator. The others join us not long after. It's a heavy ride up. I look to Sakura in the corner, but her eyes are shut, lost in thought. When we step into the hall, Nekomaru. He's down the hall, leaning against the door, but he shambles towards us when he sees us. His eyes dart from person to person, searching for. She's gone. They both are. No. Is it true? Were you going to let him kill you and then run off to be executed? Stop this. Haven't we fought enough for one day? Tsumugi's words seem to hit home for her. She clenches her fist tight, cycling through guilt and fury and sorrow. I'm sorry, Nekomaru. I... Grief crumbles Nekomaru's form like paper. Peko follows him right down. Aww. I'm sorry. I wish I could take her place. I'm so sorry. Aww, Nekomaru. The whole world seems to have stopped. I'm gonna have to sit with this failure for a long time. Oma. No. Why was that chapter amazing? This is like one of the best chapters I've ever witnessed in a Fangan. That trial, dude, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow, Kit went above and beyond. I'm telling you, the writing in this Fangan is phenomenal, right? It is phenomenal. There's backstory, the wording, just everything is just so well done, man. And on top of that, the art is so cool. I know we don't have actual like video executions like other Fangans have, but like I honestly love the format of this Fangan personally. It works well with the Instagram format, and it's oh my God, it's next level, y'all. It is definitely next level. With that being said, I really appreciate you guys for coming here and listening to me read yet another Fangan, guys. This was wild. I'm sad that Akane is the next one that we lose on top of Fuyuhiko. Two great characters. We need some F's in the comment section for both of them. And on top of that, I'd like to wish you guys a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment down below your thoughts on the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
Hope will never die. Órale.